And then if I was going to change something of this foundation plan, to say call it 2. So now I'll go open up this drawing, and here I'll go down to the bottom here, and within my drawing, my templates, one of the previous webinars was about how to set up your title blocks, and so in that video it was showing how to map your sheet name and sheet title information into the template editor. So we have examples already of title block templates that you can use to see how that works. But the information, again, from the drawing sheets goes directly in to that location there. So pretty straightforward, and if you needed more specific information, like more title information, you could include that as well. The next field to fill in information about in your sheets is the layout settings. So if I go back to my Tekla model and go to my drawing list again, and I'm going to open up the properties, the GA properties, again for one of these drawings. So the layout properties allows you to pull in the layouts that you already set up from within the model. Remember from the setting up your title blocks presentation and videos, you went in and set up drawing layouts. Okay, layouts are ways that you can set up your title blocks, but also you can link in how schedules, like structural schedules, would work with your different types of layouts. So for example, recall for a given sheet size like a 24 by 36, you might have just a title block itself, or you would have a title block with, say, various types of schedules that would go with that. And here the ones that we have available in our engineering role are these various cast in place and steel ones for a given example title block. So note here that there's layouts here, and these layouts are saved as a .lay file. So you would see that in your environment folders, or as you created your own, they would be a .lay. And then corresponding table layouts for each for a given layout. Now that information then is pulled in again once you get into the sheet layout. So this is where you can see that information. So here's my layout. My layout's available again. So when I pick this 24 by 36, I can see those same layouts available that I set up previously within my template editor. So the information that you're really going to load in here is going to be based on what you set up already. And you can save away attribute files that actually pull in that layout and what specific table layout that you want, and then you really specify the drawing size here. All these settings here shown are really what we recommend, that you're specifying a size, you're just explicitly defining it here. Some of the settings like auto size are really, for having Tekla like look at what's on the drawing and auto size it. It's really for like shop fabrication purposes. These are really the settings you want to use for, design drawing creation. And then you would change based on your different sheet types, your dimensions. If I wanted to, say I had a 24 by 36 that I wanted for like a pile layout that I specifically wanted my drafters then to be using, I could save that file. I would come in here and load that, assign the table layout that would include the piles and save that away. And now that file is being created within my model folder, and I would move those into my firm folder, and those are, you can see the suffix on those, they're GDLs, the general arrangement, drawing, layout files. All right, so that's a little bit of how those are applied. And then of course, if once I opened up a drawing, I can change the layout, once I'm inside there as well. The current layout here is this, I believe this 30 by 42 here. So if I want, right now this is including the schedule information for that foundation drawing, but if I did not want that, I could come in here and just modify that and turn that off. So you can customize it per drawing even if you didn't have an attribute file for it, of course, and then that's going to hold until you change it again. So the next topic I wanted to discuss was the dimension settings and the dimensioning tabs. And they're obviously named very similar. And so your first question is going to be, what's the difference between those different settings? What I'm going to do is go ahead, I'm going to create a new drawing to show you how I can set up the settings and the results that we get doing that. So I'm going to go up to here to create a general arrangement drawing, and I'm going to pick a steel frame level. And then within my drawing properties, I'm going to open my dimension settings. So in here, there's a lot of different settings available here for controlling, the appearance of the dimensions, things such as, the units, if you're doing a metric job or not. The ones that I see that are key for you to be aware of are like this short extension line, and I'll show how these modify in the drawing in a second, and graphically what these mean. And then, of course, your pen weights, your colors associated with your pen weights, and then if you want arrows and different types of, end conditions, you can have that set up here, even the size of your arrow heads, and the text, font, and color, all those properties. So you'll have those really set up. Now the purpose of, or the way that the dimensioning tabs work is that they're, really for initially setting up the drawing with some just general dimensions. You are going to be adding more dimensions as you go, obviously, in the drawings as you customize the sheets and want to add your own manual intelligent dimensions within the model. But this is really for just initially getting dimensions on there. And the types of dimensions that you can get on there is, say, from grid to grid. So within the dimensioning tab, I can say whether I want to dimension the grids, and if so, are they left, right, or both sides. So typically